What's going on, everybody? This video was created in response to a video that I saw by Mr. Subaru 1387 where he attacked ChrisFix for selling cheap Alibaba tools to his followers at like 4 times the cost. So we're going to talk about the tools themselves in just a moment, but first I want to go after the main issue here. There's already enough mistrust in the auto industry from its customers to those of us who work in it, whether it be people like Mr. Subaru, who I believe is a dealer tech, people like Chris, who is a car YouTuber, or folks like myself who sell parts for a living. Customers don't trust us. They think we're all thieves, they think we're all out to steal their money and do them wrong for our own benefit. That's not true most of the time, but it's people like Mr. Subaru promoting this kind of propaganda who are making this problem even worse. I've had customers come into my store to have their check engine light code read, and when I tell them it's a right front wheel speed sensor, their first thought is that it must be the last mechanic who did an oil change on their car, even though they've recently been in an accident and that corner of their car is totally missing. But yeah, had to have been the guy who did the oil change 3,000 miles ago. We should be using our individual platforms to teach people, share good helpful information, and promote each other, not to just slam each other when no one did anything wrong. But with that out of the way, let's talk about the tools themselves. First, Chris never lied about anything. He was totally straightforward in the video. He told everyone that he had selected tools from a couple different manufacturers and picked the one that he liked the best. He showed those tools out there in front of you. We all saw that they were no-name brand tools. And yes, he does say that they aren't just some cheap knockoff brand, and to be fair, they're not. But that doesn't mean that these tools are bad. In fact, this knife that I've got right here costs maybe $3 or $4, $5 at the most. I got it several years ago as a grab bag gift. And I have seen this knife for sale everywhere. It's a very simple Swiss Army style pocket knife. It's cheap, but it does the job. So, is it garbage? No, it's not garbage. Would I use this as my main knife if I need to depend on this as a tool that I use in my workplace every single day where I'm cutting and opening things all the time? No. I mean, it'll do for opening up boxes and things like that, but if I was working in a more industrial field where I needed a knife every day, no, of course this would not be my go-to knife. Now, I've also got this multi-tool from Coast, which is basically the same thing, right? It's a Swiss Army style knife. I mean, yes, it's a multi-tool, but it does basically the same thing. It costs like 10 times as much. Does that mean that it's better than the other knife for a weekend warrior who's only going to use that knife here or there, or maybe just to open their mail? No, of course not. Would I tell everyone that they should buy this over the other knife? Not necessarily. It depends on them. The same thing goes for tools. There's tons of brands of tools out there, and the majority of them are rebranded tools from other manufacturers. Some of them are better than others. Some of them are more expensive than others. But it all depends on what you're doing with the tool in the first place. On the other hand, you lied when you said his tools came from Alibaba, which we found out was not true. We found out that they were in fact made by Ozark Tools, and I think they're actually supplied to him by a company that supplies a variety of influencers with items that they can sell as merchandise to their viewers. As you also referenced in your follow-up video, there is a video on YouTube that anyone here can go and watch where a guy does a complete breakdown of both the ratchets by Chris and a lookalike Pittsburgh that he believes to be the exact same ratchet. And he says that he daily drives that ratchet every single day, that he has no problem with it, he's very happy with it, and that he says the ChrisFix ratchet also looks to be of some quality and that he recommended it. And the truth is that most tools out there are rebrands of other tools or supplied by a main manufacturer and then sold and branded as that particular brand's tools. In fact, that's common all over the industry. In fact, that's common in every industry. It's even true of soda. Do you know how many different types of soda are all supplied by the Coca-Cola company or the Pepsi company? Do you know that Hot Wheels and Matchbox are owned by the same parent company? That's all over the place. It doesn't mean that it makes it garbage. Now, yes, you can find lookalike tools on Amazon that look identical to Chris's tools. They're probably made by the same parent company, but they are double the price of what Chris is selling them for. However, The only reason that you could say that Chris is still ripping people off for this reason is if we are to assume that Chris, a YouTuber, has the same ability to acquire these products as dropshippers on Amazon who are buying tons of these products from these parent companies, probably at a bulk discount, whereas Chris is currently only buying one of them. His acquisition cost is probably way higher than them. So of course he's going to have to sell it for more to make some kind of a profit. And how dare anyone attack anybody for trying to make some kind of a decent profit? You should be selling something for more than what you're buying it for. At a fair price, yes, but at higher than what it cost you to buy it. Otherwise it doesn't make sense. Also, Chris's ratchet set, from the several that I perused on Amazon, was one of the few that offered any kind of a warranty and the only one that offered a limited lifetime warranty. Now, yes, limited lifetime warranty is not always great, but it's better than no warranty at all. Now look, I realize that I am a relatively new and comparably small creator in the space, but I still think that you, Mr. Subaru, owe the entire automotive community an apology for using your platform to attack someone when people look to you as a trustworthy source of information. Do better.